In the previous video, we have discussed about the introduction of the Transfer of Property Act. In this video, we will be discussing section 1 and 2 of the Act. So let's start. So first, let us read section 1 of the Transfer of Property Act as it is there in the bare Act. According to section 1, this act may be called the Transfer of Property Act 1882. It shall come into force on first day of July 1882. It extends in the first instance to the whole of India except the territories which immediately before 1st November 1956 were comprised in Part B state or in state of Bombay, Punjab and Delhi. But this act or any part thereof may, by notification in the official gazette, be extended to the whole or any part of the said territories by the state government concerned. Any state government may from time to time, by notification in the official gazette, exempt, either retrospectively or prospectively, any part of the territories administered by such state government from all or any of the following provisions, namely, number 1, section 54, paragraph 2 and 3, section 59, section 107, section 123. Notwithstanding anything in the foregoing part of this section, section 54, paragraph 2 and 3, and section 59, 107, 123 shall not extend or be extended to any district or tract of country for the time being excluded from the operation of the Indian Registration Act 1908 under the power conferred by the first section of the Act or otherwise. Basically, this act extends to all over India except the territories that were incorporated into Part B state or the state of Bombay, Punjab and Delhi immediately before November 1, 1956. However, the state government may, by notification in the official gazette, extend this act to the whole or any part of the said territories. The state government may also, by notification in the official gazette, exempt the provision contained in section 54, paragraph 2 and 3, section 59, section 107 and section 123 either retrospectively or prospectively from the operation in any part of such territory. However, the provision contained in section 54, paragraph 2 and 3, section 59, section 107 and section 123 will not extend to any district or territories where the Indian Registration Act 1908 is not in operation. Now let us come to section 2 of the Act. Let us first read section 2 as it is there in the bare Act. Repeal of Acts. In the territories to which this Act extends, for the time being, the enactments specified in the schedule hereto annexed shall be repealed to the extent therein mentioned, but nothing herein contained shall be deemed to affect Number A. The provision of any enactment not hereby expressly repealed. Any term or incidents of any contract or constitution of property which are consistent with the provision of this Act and are allowed by the law for the time being in force. Number C. Any right or liability arising out of a legal relation constituted before this Act comes into force, or any relief in respect of any such right or liabilities. Or number D. Save as provided by section 57 and chapter 4 of this Act, any transfer by operation of law or by or in execution of a decree or order of a court of competent jurisdiction. And nothing in the second chapter of this Act shall be deemed to affect any rule of Mohammedan law. Thus, this section basically means that the territories to which this Act extends for the time being, the promulgation specified in the annexure that is attached to this Act will be repealed to the extent mentioned in the annexure, but nothing shall be considered to affect any Act not expressly repealed by the provision of the Transfer of Property Act. Any contract of property or any period or event of its constitution which are in conformity with the provision of this Act and is permitted to be enforced by law, any right or obligation arising out of any legal relationship formed before the commencement of this act, or any relief in respect of any such right or obligation, or as provided by Section 5 and Chapter 4 of this Act, any transfer of property which takes place by operation of law or in execution of a decree or order of a court of competent jurisdiction. But nothing in the second chapter of the Transfer of Property Act shall be considered to affect any rule of Mohammedan law. Thus, we have completed Section 1 and 2 of the Transfer of Property Act. In the next video, we will be discussing the interpretation clause as contained in Section 3 of the Act. We will also be discussing Section 4 of the Act. Hope this video will be useful to you. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and if you have any question, you can comment me in the comment box. Thank you.